Have you ever noticed how your voice sounds richer and more in tune in the shower? It's not just your imagination. There are real physical and psychological reasons behind it. From the way sound bounces off bathroom surfaces to the effects of steam, posture, and relaxation, the shower creates an environment that naturally enhances your voice. In this video, we'll break down exactly why your voice sounds better in the shower by looking at acoustics, humidity, posture, psychology, and more, so you can understand what's really happening every time you turn on the tap and start singing. Let's dive in, right here on History of Simple Things. One of the biggest reasons your voice sounds better in the shower comes down to acoustics, or how sound behaves in a space. Bathrooms are typically small, enclosed areas with hard surfaces like tiles, glass, and porcelain, which reflect sound waves rather than absorbing them. When you sing, your voice doesn't just travel outward, it bounces off these surfaces and returns to your ears almost instantly. This creates a natural reverberation effect, similar to what you'd hear in a recording studio or concert hall, but on a smaller scale. The reflected sound blends with your original voice, making it seem fuller, smoother, and more balanced. Even small imperfections in pitch or tone can become less noticeable because the echoes mask them. In contrast, rooms with soft furnishings like carpets and curtains absorb sound, making your voice feel flatter and less dynamic. The shower essentially acts like a built-in amplifier, enhancing your vocal presence without any equipment. Another important factor is the presence of warm steam in the shower. Your vocal cords, located in your larynx, function best when they are properly hydrated. Dry vocal cords can feel stiff and produce a weaker or harsher sound, while moist vocal cords vibrate more freely, resulting in a clearer and more resonant tone. The steam from a hot shower helps to keep your throat and vocal cords hydrated, reducing friction as they vibrate. This can make it easier to control your pitch and sustain notes. Singers often use steam inhalation as part of their vocal care routine for this exact reason. Additionally, the warmth helps relax the muscles around your throat and neck, reducing tension that might otherwise restrict your voice. The combination of hydration and relaxation allows your voice to operate closer to its optimal condition, which naturally improves how it sounds. Singing well isn't just about physical ability. It's also heavily influenced by your mental state. When you're in the shower, you're usually alone, away from judgment, and engaged in a routine that promotes relaxation. This environment reduces self-consciousness and performance anxiety, which are common barriers to good singing. When you're relaxed, your breathing becomes deeper and more controlled, which is essential for strong vocal support. At the same time, you're less likely to hold back or tense up your muscles, allowing your voice to flow more naturally. Outside the shower, people often overthink their singing, leading to tightness in the throat and inconsistent pitch. In the shower, that pressure disappears and your brain shifts into a more automatic, effortless mode. This psychological freedom can make a noticeable difference in how your voice sounds, even if your actual vocal ability hasn't changed. Your posture in the shower also plays a subtle but important role in improving your voice. When you're standing upright under the shower, your body is naturally aligned in a way that supports better breathing. Good singing relies on proper breath control, which comes from the diaphragm rather than shallow chest breathing. Standing straight allows your lungs to expand more fully, giving you better control over airflow as you sing. In everyday situations, people often slouch while sitting or hunch over their phones, which restricts breathing and negatively affects vocal performance. In the shower, however, you're more likely to stand tall with your shoulders relaxed, creating ideal conditions for producing sound. This improved posture, combined with the calming effect of warm water, helps you maintain steady airflow and sustain notes more effectively, contributing to that better sound you notice. The sound of running water itself also contributes to the illusion that your voice sounds better. The constant noise of the shower acts as a form of white noise, which can mask imperfections in your singing. This means small mistakes in pitch, timing, or tone become less noticeable because they're partially covered by the background sound. At the same time, your brain blends the sound of your voice with the ambient noise, creating a more pleasant overall listening experience. This is similar to how music can sound different depending on the environment it's played in. In a quiet room, every detail is exposed, while in a noisier setting, flaws are less obvious. The shower's white noise essentially smooths out your voice, making it seem more polished than it might sound in complete silence. Finally, how you hear your own voice plays a big role in why it sounds better in the shower. Normally, you hear your voice through both air conduction and bone conduction, which is why it can sound different when recorded. In the shower, the enclosed space and echoes enhance these sounds, especially the lower frequencies, making your voice seem fuller, deeper, and more pleasant, even though your actual voice hasn't changed. So the next time you notice your voice sounding better in the shower, it's not just your imagination. It's the result of acoustics, steam, posture, relaxation, and perception all working together to enhance your voice. Understanding these factors not only explains the experience but also shows how you can recreate some of these conditions to improve your singing outside the shower. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.